Welcome back to Homegrown Aussie Veg. Well, we're seeing some climate change here in Australia, not of the unordinary kind, but of the regular kind. Finally, it seems that the never-ending summer has given way to autumn, and in only the last few weeks, we've gone from record high temperatures for April and early May into temperatures which have plunged. This week we're in the middle of May. We're only a few days away from Mother's Day 2018, and we're actually seeing temperatures have plunged 8 degrees on average, so it's nice and icy. But we are getting a fair amount of sunshine as well, so even though the wind is cold and we've got temperatures plummeting, we've got some sunshine around, which is great for getting into the garden. So what I've been wanting to do is get a good autumn crop, and I've been waiting for the cool weather to come along. So what we're going to do is plant some autumn through winter growing vegetables. Now here in Australia we do get some really good rain. The temperatures are not going to go below zero where I am, so I'm not going to have to worry about losing a lot of crop. And in fact, some of the plants that I planted over late summer and into early autumn, which have been really heat affected, have started to come good. So I'm really enthusiastic about some of these things that we're going to plant in the garden today actually coming good and delivering a good crop for us. So what I've been wanting to do is trial using a pot. So what I've got here is a 10-inch pot which I picked up from hardware supplier, Bunnings, for just $4, just a standard 10-inch pot. It's got drainage holes already in it. If you wanted to go cheaper again, what you could do is get a bucket and actually drill drainage holes in it. So we're going to use that, and what we're going to do is we're going to grow carrots. And the sort of carrots that we're looking at here are the Top Weight Improved. It's the Mrs. Fothergill's brand, and they're an all year round sowing seed, so you can plant it whenever, and it's a 10 to 14 week growing cycle. So as you can see there, this is not going to deliver a massive carrot. One of the reasons why I've wanted to use a 10-inch bucket this time is because I had carrots in the garden not so long ago, and you might have seen in a previous video, they actually forked. So they hit some hard ground and they forked, and they look really weird. I still use them for salads, but I'm hoping that this will stop the forking and I'll get really a classic sort of a carrot. So I've just got some potting mix, some standard potting mix, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill the bucket, and then we're going to put these seeds in there. So I'll get on with that now. It's an all-purpose potting mix, but we're going to actually be putting some plant feed in here. Now that has also got some lime. It's a good mix of trace elements as well, which will really help the vegetables grow. So I'm going to put a little bit of this in here and mix it up now. It's a slow release as well, so this will work over months. You've got to be careful with the spacing of carrots. Not so long ago I was doing this with my daughter, and she wanted to plant it, so I opened the packet of seeds and she tipped the whole lot out. There was over 2,000 seeds, and they all started to grow and they got really clumped together. So it's going to be interesting to see how this goes. We're going to be a lot more careful. You can use a tennis racket for this to space them out. That can work really well. So we're giving them a good 30 centimetres room, which will give the plant plenty of room to grow. There's no need to be too panicky about how far they're spaced out, because if they grow too close together, what you'll actually find is some of the roots, the tubers will actually grow together. So there's no need to panic too much. At least that's what I experienced the last time that I did this. But it's really going to be interesting to see the pot experience, whether this actually delivers a better result. I'm thinking it will, because with a pot you can control a lot more of the variables. You can make sure that what goes into the pot is only going to be beneficial to the plant. And then also, you can bring the plant in and away from bugs when it's in the pot. To move it around also to get maximum sunlight. So what we're going to do is we're going to finish up with these seeds in this pot. We're going to give it a good drink, and because there's a bit of sun around, we're going to go and put it in the sun today. There you go. Okay, so that will do. There's a lot of seeds in here, so I don't want to make the same mistake again. But I'm probably going to get another pot and give that a go as well. Might have a few on the go this year. Good carrots are fantastic for salads, and they're great in stir fries. So having a continual supply of carrots is a really great idea. Okay, so we'll give that one a drink. Now, you want to give them a good drink, but you don't want to flood it. So the idea is that the seeds take off. So we've just got a small watering can here, and that'll give us some nice moisture to begin everything. And then we'll go and put this over in the sun. There you go, a nice sunny spot to begin in the garden. Well, we'll track this over the next few weeks, the next couple of months. So also here at Homegrown Aussie Veg, we're wanting to get this winter garden established. So we've got carrots growing in the 10-inch pot that we've just done. But also I managed to pick up a few varieties of other winter growing vegetables. And so we've got this heirloom variety. So what we've got in this package here is we've got some red kale, we've got some broccoli, the Romanesco variety. We've got some silverbeat in the 5 colour mix. They're lovely and colourful and great for kids, and they look fantastic on the dinner plate. And then we've also got some cauliflower. So this is going to be rather exciting. I actually got this for free, because if you have a look, we have some holes where it's obviously been eaten at the shop. Some bugs have got into it, but I think this can be revived in the garden here. So looking forward to that. And we've also got a variety of broccoli, the mini broccoli. Now you might see from previous videos that I've done that I've wanted to get broccoli going for some time, and unfortunately the summer variety that I had, it actually got scorched by the high temperatures here, and I got it established. They were seedlings, up to about 10 centimeters established. I put them in the garden and they just got absolutely tortured by the sun and hot weather. So unfortunately I lost them. So I'm hoping that I'll go a lot better with this variety here. So we're going to put them in the garden today as well, and we'll come back a bit later and see how they've gone in a few weeks' time. Loosen the soil up here. Now, I'm going to put some more plant food to replace all this in the garden. I'm going to put the red Russian kale in there first. Look at that root ball. It's wanting to go in the ground. Next to go in is going to be the colourful silverbeat, multi-colour mix. And it's looking pretty healthy. We're going to spray these with pyrite just in case there's any bugs around. So we want these to get established very quickly. Once again, have a look at that root ball. It's definitely wanting to get to the garden and into it. And the next one to go in is going to be the broccoli, followed by the cauliflower. I have doubts as to whether that cauliflower is going to make it. Looks like it's been pretty well eaten. But I got them for free anyway, so it's worth a shot. And finally the cauliflower. That's looking pretty healthy, but it has been eaten, so we just need to make sure that the bugs don't get to that. And we'll whack some high reprieve spray on that and see if that gets them away. Go in is these 4 broccoli seedlings. Now they're a mini broccoli, so they should be harvestable much quicker than this. I can save these cartons to raise seedlings later, so we'll keep these. Alright, so that job is done. The plants are in the garden. We've got the heirloom varieties of mini broccoli, cauliflower, red Russian kale, and the silverbeat, which is the rainbow colours. And so we've also put an additional 4 plants of mini broccoli in the garden. So now what we're going to do is give them a good water. Alright, well, we'll come back in a few weeks to see how they're going. So, this is Homegrown Aussie Veg, out. So continuing the theme of growing vegetables over autumn and winter, we're going to put these cabbages in. We're going to sow them from seedlings. It's the sugarloaf variety, and you can sow it in early spring to autumn, and you've got a harvest of 8 to 14 weeks. And having a look at the back of the pack, it is okay to use for this area of Australia at this time of year. So we're going to sow them and see how they go. This is the first time I've grown these. So I have prepared some seedling containers using the same potting mix that we used earlier for the carrots. And so what we're going to do is we'll grab the seeds. This packet has 500 seeds, so we can back this up in a few weeks with some more if they germinate quickly. It'll be interesting to see if they do. Cabbages are great because they will take on the flavour of anything else that you're cooking it with. So they're great for curries, they're great for stir fries, and anyone who's on a ketogenic diet, you might have heard about the ketogenic diet in the news or over the internet. This is a diet which is low in carbohydrates, so it's great for people with diabetes or pre-diabetes. It's also great for people who are looking to lose weight and do it in a sustainable way. The idea with the ketogenic diet is you eat vegetables which have got low carbohydrate and they're high in fibre. So cabbages is the best way to go. You often find a lot of recipes in the ketogenic diet system have cabbages. Okay, so just one more seedling container to go. All right, and we'll give these a good drink. And we'll put them out in the sun, even though it's chilly today. With the wind gusting, you might be able to hear that wind through the microphone. The sun is out, so we'll go and put these in the sun. And we'll catch up again in a few weeks' time as we check everything else out to see how these have gone.